Hello. In this session, we're going to look at preparation. Now, there are lots of things that you have to prepare. A lot of people don't realize how many things that they do have to prepare so that they have the best environment for writing a book. Now, the first one is preparing your surroundings. You can't, or most people can't, just take their laptop, sit in a messy lounge room and write a book. Really, different people like different surroundings, and they everybody has to find what suits them. I'll give you an example. When I'm writing a novel, I like to take my laptop onto the balcony. I can hear the beach, I can hear the sound of the waves, I can surround myself with the trees, and that's a lovely place for writing a novel. But when I'm writing a business book, I like to sit in my study because around me are all businessy things, and that way I feel like I'm in a business mood. Different people find that different surroundings suit them best, and you've got to find that place for yourself. Some people take their laptop to a cafe. Some people write on the beach. Some people have to have a clean desk. Whatever it is, you have to do that to get your surroundings right for you. The second thing you have to prepare is the software on your computer. I use Scrivener. It's a special writing program, and they don't pay me to say this. This is just my choice, and I've got no affiliate connections with Scrivener at all. But Scrivener is a program where you can put all your research into the same Scrivener folder, sort it really nicely, and use it any time that you want for the writing that you happen to be doing. And it's on a split screen, so it's very, very nice. I think if you want to use whatever writing program, some people use Evernote. A lot of people just write their book in Word. But whatever it is, it has to be ready. You also have to set up on your computer folders to put your research into, and we'll look at that in greater detail in a later session. The next thing you have to prepare is your time. Now, people say to me, what's the best time of day to write? And I can't give you the answer to that. Some people like to write in the mornings. I've got a friend who gets up and she does her writing before her children get up. That suits her fine. Another friend, he writes after everybody else is in bed. Some people like to write after tea. Some people write at certain times on one day and at different times on another. The weekend, for example, they like to write in the middle of the day. So you have to find what is best for you. The next thing is your attitude. You have to prepare your attitude. You have to be in the right frame of mind for writing. What I do think is that you have to set aside that time, because if you don't write a time for writing in your diary, in your calendar, what will happen is everything will be more important than writing. Cleaning the house will be more important than writing. But if you've got that time set aside, you think, now is the time for writing, good, I'll write. And that leads me to the next point of your attitude. You have to prepare that attitude for writing, because otherwise writing becomes a chore, and it should never be a chore. Writing should be a joy. If you've got a message to get out to the world, then it should be your joy to get that message out there. The next thing you have to prepare, and this is a really important one, is your family. Because you decided to take this trip, they didn't opt in, and yet they're on the trip with you. When I first started writing, seriously writing, not the odd poem or short story here and there. My children were young teenagers, or my youngest was not even a teenager. And I had to say to them, give me an hour a day, and I want to write during that hour. And if you want to eat beforehand, that's fine. If you want to eat afterwards, that's fine. But during that hour, I don't want to see you unless you've cut your hand off. And my youngest, who's a bit of a rascal, said, what if I want to eat during that hour? And I had to say to him, Alex, if you want to eat during that hour, you can have whatever you like because you'll be making it yourself. I had to ask my husband to support me in this because he had to keep the kids away from me. And my family gave me that hour a day, which allowed me to write. And you've got to prepare your family too. And if that means spending quality time with them at a different time, taking them to special places on the weekend, then you do that because that is so important. And the last thing you have to prepare is your ideas. And you do that by getting your research all together and making it really, really clear. And we'll be looking at that in the next session.